Welcome, Nisha Sharma, to our presentation. Thanks for being here. I understand you're running for Congress. Won't you tell us where you are and a little bit about yourself and your campaign?
Thank you so much, Roger, for providing me this platform. And it was very informative. I was listening to many of the fellow candidates here. And thank you for giving me this opportunity too. So for the people who don't know me, I'll just give a small intro about myself. I'm Nisha Sharma. And I'm a Republican candidate from CA11. I have worked in the field of real estate and investment business in the East Bay from last 14 years. I serve as a member of Board of Trustees of one of the largest socio-religious organizations in Bay Area, the Fremont Dharma Samaj. I also serve as the Women Empowerment Chairwoman for the Festival of Globe. Me and my husband, we have a real estate and investment business here. We are blessed with 3 beautiful children. Ages are 14, 9, and 6-year-old. And why I am running? Because I migrated here 16 years back from India to pursue my American dream. But how I grew up in northwestern part of India, that was under the threat of radical Islamic terrorism and violent left extremism. So I have the first-hand experience how the entire populations are held hostage to fear and violence when radical rhetoric gets out of control. When I came here to pursue my American dream, to provide for my family and secure a better future for our children, but we are finding it more and more difficult to achieve those dreams here now because of the ideological direction we have taken in the US, and especially here in California. And I'm very much concerned about it. The Democrats would rather have our cities burned and our malls teared down and putting our cops in danger, because it's too risky for them to compromise and show results in an age of left-wing, puritanical political posturing. Democrats like my opponent, Mark DeSaulnier, they are responsible for not standing up to Nancy Pelosi and the squad in Congress. Because when you're in the position, when you're in the office, I believe that you belong to that constituency and you represent all of them, not only your party people. So Democrats, they knew they would fail with their impeachment efforts on the cooked up Russia collusion charges in the Senate. But this was the last time Pelosi thought she would have to rally her party. And my opponent, DeSaulnier, just went along with Pelosi while other major issues went unaddressed in Congress, including the coronavirus on the horizon. And on the issue of foreign policy, the Democrats have refused to deal with growing influence of radical Islamists and failed to counter Chinese hegemony in the Indo-Pacific and the Himalayan region. So, I'm very much concerned about our upcoming generations, being a mother here, and I've been working at the grassroots levels in District 11 here. I know people's issues here because I ask hundreds of people in the constituency if they have heard the incumbent's name. They even don't know his name. He hasn't stepped out of his house since March, and people doesn't know what he's doing. What kind of representation is that? And the future of California, future of our upcoming generations, future of United States, I'm very much concerned about it. Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady of UK, once said that the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Despite creating a welfare state with the highest taxes in America, California is sinking into a spiral of diminishing returns. And that is something the Democrats are failing to recognize here. If left along its current trajectory, the future of California stares at, number one, I will say, rapid rise in homelessness. We just heard from Susan too about it. Ballooning cost of living despite failing infrastructure. And continuing migration of jobs and people out of California because they want to go to more business-friendly states. And growing crime and insecurity here. That is why it is important for us to win in California, to flip the state to red. We need to immediately work towards bringing back jobs to California by creating opportunity zones. And how we can do that? By incentivizing investments here. We need to extend the 2000 child tax credit for families and grant opportunity zone credits that generate billions each year in distressed communities. This will not only help bring back companies, that have gone to other states, but also bring back jobs from China. We will rebuild American California by roads, bridges, airports, and bring 5-gram network connectivity. We have to allow parents to choose how they want to raise their kids, how they want to send their kids to school on the basis of their abilities without any discrimination. And we will have to invest in advancing STEM education to put us back on top to prepare the next generation of scientists, doctors, engineers, and innovate right here at home. I want our upcoming generations, they are capable of getting, competition at the international level. And we want to make sure that we renew our American dream. That's why hundreds and thousands of people migrate here to pursue their American dream. We believe parents deserve to choose, and they are the one who should be taking the major decisions. I do not believe in more government control. I believe in less taxes, and people have the authority to decide what they want, how they want it. And speaking of elderly, my opponent, Mark Desaulnier, he has been in office for last 30 years, and living off the taxpayer dimes. What he has done, I have so many questions for him, but he never replies back. Even constituents are emailing him constantly, but he is not replying them back. What he has accomplished in last 3 terms, I think just besides renaming a post office or 2, that's it. I have a question. I believe in the terms. If the person is done, has served for particular times of their terms, they should resign. They should leave the office and give upcoming generations, the youngsters, the fresh ideas to come up. That's what I believe in. And I really, really do care about my constituents in District 11. It's majority of Contra Costa County. And that's how I look into the future of California, that how I can help, how I can working towards the better infrastructure, better schooling, more jobs, lower taxes, and back the blue. I really, really appreciate our Army, our police officers, our firefighters. So that's what I'm standing for, and that's what I believe into. And I think I'll be a better candidate there. I want people to know more about me. They can reach out to me by my email address. It's nisha@nishaforcongress.com. And my website is nishaforcongress.com. They can follow me on Facebook. They can follow me on Twitter, Nisha@USA. And few things that I would like to mention here is that I was very much encouraged by our President Trump when I met him in February in person, and he encouraged me that how I can be the bridge between the immigrants and the American dream here. And he's the biggest reason that I'm running, and I really want to serve for this country, because I can proudly say that I was given enough platforms here to pursue my American dream, and today I am successfully raising a beautiful family here in District 11. And I think this is the time that I also serve this nation and give back to them, because I'm completely a pro hardworking person who believe in that and want to keep it that way. I do not believe in welfare system here. I really want upcoming generations, they are encouraged to study hard, to pursue their dreams, and work hard and contribute towards this great nation and keep America great here. So that's about me. Thank you so much, Roger, for giving me this opportunity.
Well, thank you for being here. You're the last speaker of the day, actually, and we've gone a whole day and we have not really even talked very much about immigration policy, maybe not at all. But as a legal immigrant yourself to this country, I guess I'd like to ask you your views on U.S. immigration policy. I think a lot of people think that it should be fixed, it should be changed. There are some things wrong with it. If you get into Congress, what would be your position on how the U.S. should treat immigration, and particularly STEM, as well as I guess global immigration generally?
America is a land of opportunity. Everybody wants to come here, but you think that is possible? It's not. We have to have a certain kind of system here. I believe in fair immigration. I believe in queue system. because what I see here is if we are not securing our borders and we let illegal people coming here, it is a kind of a burden on the economy, and that will crash. Because if we secure our borders, better immigration system, and people on the skill based, they can get here. And you know what? And most concerning thing as an immigrant here, I know hundred thousands of families here who came here 20, 25 years back, but they still haven't received any immigration status here. In spite of working hard, raising their families here, contributing towards this economy, still they haven't had any immigration status here. I think instead of opening up the borders to illegal people, we should be thinking of these people too, because they are the assets to this country. And definitely I am with President Trump on the immigration policy that we have to secure our borders, because that way, that is the only way we can provide American citizens or people who living here a secure nation here. Because what's happening is if there is no border security there, all the illegal people, most of them are criminals here too. They're gonna come, they are not going to contribute towards the economy. They are not going to pay taxes. But Democrats, what they do is for their votes, they just bribe them by providing them immigration status, even if they come here illegally. I think we have to work towards this to keep our nation great here. And I completely back President Trump here. We have to secure our borders. I believe in the queue system so that fair immigration can be done here. And people, they get the equal opportunity here.
Okay, thank you very much. So if people want to find out about your campaign, how do they get a hold of you?
My website is www.nishaforcongress.com. It's NISHAFOR Congress.com. And my Facebook page is Nisha Sharma at USA. And my Twitter account is Nisha at USA. I'm pretty active on all the social media platforms because I think being a woman of being an immigrant here, I've been targeted a lot. Being a Republican, I've been targeted a lot. And I met President Trump, I met Vice President Mike Pence, and then Kevin McCarthy, our minority speaker, he endorsed me. So I'm getting a lot of support in my campaign. I really appreciate all the supporters in my constituent who are backing me, who are supporting me. In spite of the left wing giving me so much hard time, getting so many kinds of threats through emails, phone calls, but I'm standing strong here and I'm here to fight this. But it is always better to have a fair fight here. So I'm doing good, and people can contact me, Nisha at nishaforcongress.com.
Okay, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Roger. I hope I was the last one and you saved the last one for the best one. Thank you.